Yo, what's up, guys? How are you doing today, man? I'll be talking about my Pats with a nice win today, Monday Night Football against the Arizona Cardinals. I'm not gonna lie, coming into this game, I was kind of nervous. I'm like, Kyler Murray is about to run right past. Now, sadly, Kyler Murray did leave early in the first quarter with they're speculating right now as a possible torn ACL, which I hope is not a torn ACL. Hope he's good. I'm never praying on injuries, nothing like that. I just came into this game like, he's going to run it right down our throats, just like Justin Fields did, just like I don't know, I'm blanking on, just like Lamar Jackson did, I believe, in week 3 against the Ravens. I'm like, he's about to run through us. The big knock on his defense this season has been running quarterback. Josh Allen, on the other hand, he ran like 8 times for 20 yards last week against the Bills. And that was good. But Kyler Murray, you actually would have a really good gain, but he did end up potentially tearing his ACL on the play, which he would have ran for so many yards. But that's very unfortunate on that end. But can we just take a minute to just talk about Josh Uche? I mean, I'll talk about the guy right here, number 9, Mike Jordan as well. But can we talk about Josh Uche and how he's becoming a star right in front of our eyes? Like, Josh Uche, I've been waiting for him to come and lock in this season. He's becoming a star right in front of our eyes. I believe on a season he has either 9 or 10 sacks. He has like 2+ sacks and maybe 4 of his last 5 games. He has either 9 or 10 sacks in the season. Today he gets 3 sacks. Bro, seeing him and Judon on the defense, this is what gets me going. The offense, again, piss poor for the most part. Second half, a little bit better, but man, the defense is what gets me going. And the sad part is his defense doesn't look this good when they're playing an actual good quarterback. Like, it looks good, but it doesn't look this dominant. We went now against what, Colt McCoy, Sam Hellinger, not Sam Darnold, but Zach Wilson, and it's looked good. But against Colt McCoy, obviously he's a mid quarterback. He's like fucking 99 years old, whatever the hell old he is. I know he's like 36, 35, 37 maybe, but yeah. Defense today just looked absolutely dominant. Josh Uche, like I said, becoming a star right in front of her eye. Love to see that. I mean, we had a big sack as well against the Jets. That was amazing. He's been an absolute beast. Uche is finally here, and I'm all here for it, man. 7 tackles today from Duggar, including a massive, and I mean massive, fumble punch out. Shout out to Peanut Tillman when he just punched the ball out of Diop's hands. The Raekwon McMillan fumble recovery touchdown off the Kyle Duggar, like Peanut Tillman punch out of Diop's hands.
Hopkins 3 catches, 49 yards. Over the middle, here he is. Loses the ball, picked up by New England, and touchdown, Raekwon McMillan.
Got that Raekwon McMillan. My boy did the dash. He didn't go out of bounds. Just really good footwork there. Getting all the way to the end zone. Basically unscathed, untouched. Love to see that from my boy Kyle Duggar and from Raekwon McMillan. After that, we were up like 13-20. I'm like, nice push off my shoulders. Patch up by 7. Then a couple plays later, they almost get a touchdown right like that off of a Nelson Aguilar incompletion that was initially called a fumble, then the touchdown for the Cardinals. But it was really close to being 2020, and my heart basically being out of my heart once again. So Marcus Jones, my boy, first career pick again. He runs wide receiver, he runs quarterback, he runs he's a returner for us as well. He gets his first career pick right here.
Low snap. McCoy got hit as he let it go, and he's picked. Marcus Jones. And another takeaway by this New England defense.
Love to see that. Marcus Jones is here, man. Electric. Wide receiver, quarterback, and return man. He's him. So now he has a kick return touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and a pick, all in the same, like, not even like a full month's worth, which is just absolutely insane. He's actually him. Jelani Tavai played really good today, almost had a pick. He also did deflect the ball in the 4th down. That was close to the red zone for the Cardinals, so that was absolutely amazing. Daniel Aquale today, absolutely massive that he had a really good, especially 4th quarter. He did have a sack as well. And number 9, the guy that is now tied at number 1 for the most sacks in the NFL with Nick Bosa, superstar Nick Bosa, who's also in the DPOY competition as well, with Michael Parsons, obviously, and Matthew Judon. He's in my top 5. No patch bias. He's in my top 5. 14.5 sacks. Consistently getting double teamed and still being an absolute beast. Like I said today, 1.5 sacks, also 3 tackles as well. Lewis Scott with half a sack as well. obviously including Matthew Judon. And we got 6 sacks today as a whole, as a defense, which is absolutely amazing to see. Defense today absolutely balled out. Shout out to them. Now, in terms of the offense today, honestly, yeah, it wasn't anything insane, but it was pretty solid. I've got to see Mac Jones cook a little bit. Mac Jones, when he is cooking, it's a delight. It's a delight seeing him throw the ball deep, not just these dumb screen passes and this and that. Like, screen passes are cool, but like when you're consistently spamming it, to the fact that Cardinals defensive coordinator, Diehard Joseph, is like, yeah, we're going to expect a lot of screen plays. I know this offense is really on a lot of screen passes. Like, they're just really high on screen passes, so they're ready for it. But hey, they're ready for it, but couldn't really I mean, they got a good amount of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, the defense absolutely carried us today, but yeah. So Mac Jones today, 24 for 35, 235 yards and a pick. The pick was off a deflection. I mean, Mac Jones, like, the way he gets picks is just weird. It's not usually just him throwing it right to the opposing player. It's either some weird shit happens, it deflects off somebody, it either just hits the light or something, that it hits like a wire next to the light or some shit. I think that game against the Bears, I believe, on Monday Night Football, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember what game that was. Maybe that was, I can't remember what day that was, but yeah, he did throw a pick as well. I'm not gonna make excuses for him though. He did throw a pick, but it was off a deflection. But he did throw a pick at the end of the day. Pierre Strong, by the way, shout out to our running back today. Ramon Stevenson exited the game early, and obviously no Damien Harris, and Pierre Strong came in today. He hooped 5 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown right here.
Handoff for the touchdown, Strong.
Absolutely massive. Kevin Harris, 8 carries, 22 yards, and a touchdown right here as well.
Patriots down 3. Delayed handoff. Here he is again. And touchdown, New England. Kevin Harris is first.
And I'm not gonna lie, Kevin Harris, you guys know that Woody meme? Hold up, let him cook. I'm not gonna lie, he was looking pretty good. Pierre Strong with some massive runs today. I remember 2 weeks ago, I was so pissed at Pierre Strong. I was like, man, this man is gonna be bagging my groceries soon. Hold on, let him cook. You know what I'm saying? He did kind of fuck us when he was on special teams, and he had that roughing the opponent play on Thanksgiving against the Vikings, which really killed us because that ended up being a Adam Thielen touchdown. So that was a pretty big flag right there. But hold up, let him cook, okay? And then Baldwin today, 3 carries for 8 yards, and then ended up getting injured, came back, and then after that, he left the locker room, was deemed out for the game, which is very, very unfortunate. So yeah, and then today, finally, we know the Cardinals have struggled this year against tight ends. We finally use Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry, when fully healthy, in my opinion, without a doubt, is a top 10 tight end in football. He is simply him. He makes big plays, and he's just him. Okay, he's just him. There's a reason why we paid him this much money, and there's a reason why he is just simply. I always call for his number. I always try to be like, yo, get my boy Hunter Henry the ball, because he knows how to make plays and he's clutch, man. Okay. Last year he was a touchdown magnet for Mac Jones at the end zone. This season, I can't even recall more than once if I'm getting a touchdown this year. By the way, our red zone offense, again, piss poor. Shout out to Kevin Harris for getting into the end zone, by the way, too, and Pierre Strong as well. So other than that, piss poor. We literally kicked the ball to them 4th and 3 with like 5 yards out in the end zone, by the way. So that's unfortunate. Hunter Henry today, 3 receptions, 70 yards, just a massive big plays. Love to see that out of my boy Hunter Henry. Kendrick Bourne, 84. Love to see his number finally being called. 5 receptions, 47 yards. Obviously, no Jacoby Myers. It's his time to shine. Definitely wanted to see a lot more of him. Last year, he showed a lot of promise. This year hasn't really been the play time. I know he did deal with something with Bill Belichick and the coaching staff, something like that off the field, but I hope that's cleared out now, because he makes big plays and he's an absolute speedster. I am Nelson Aguilar, who, when he's not dropping footballs, which I believe today he dropped his 3rd pass of the season. Nelson Aguilar, man, I get on this man every week, but he's actually catching footballs, which that is his job, pretty damn good at it, okay? 5 receptions, 32 yards, sack one throw on the rookie. 4 receptions, 28 yards. Devontae Parker did end up getting injured with, I believe, a head injury. I hope he's good. 2 receptions, 24 yards. And Pierre Strong, 2 for 20, as well as Marcus Jones. Again, the CB, the returner, and the wide receiver as well. Ended up today getting a 1 reception for 12 yards as well. And then Mondre, 2 for 2. This wasn't as dominant today before his injury, so That was basically it. But yeah, that was it. Now on to the Cardinals. Obviously, no big injury today with Kyler Murray. Ends up going 1 for 1 with 9 yards and missing the rest of the game. Very unfortunate. But Colt McCoy, he definitely did his thing today. 27 for 40, 246 on the interception of Marcus Jones. Not gonna lie, he looked pretty good today. He's making some good plays. Actually running the ball pretty damn well. So shout out to Colt McCoy. Did not expect to hear his number called today. He is just born ready, man. Even when Kyler Murray was out, he was doing his thing. He was playing pretty decent. And again, today, played pretty decent as well. Shout out to Colt McCoy. And praise out to Kyler Murray. James Conner today, coming into this game, we were like 7th in rushing yards. Somehow, James Conner just was able to run through us for an average of 5.7 yards per carry, including a 22-yard run right near our end zone, which could have been a 2-yard run, turned into a 22-yard run. So there's that. 15 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Colt McCoy, 5 for 24. Then Kyler Murray, before he got injured, right in the play, he actually got injured, 1 carry for 3 yards. And after that, he ended up getting stretched out or put out on a stretcher and was out for the remainder of the game, unfortunately. And in terms of DeAndre Hopkins today, hey, D-Hop, Luke Hopkins, back-to-back weeks of pass-up struggled against our top wide receivers. It was Justin Jefferson. It was Stephon Diggs cooking us. D-Hop, he was cool. He wasn't anything insane today. 7 receptions, 79 yards. Robbie Anderson, actually a very productive game from him since being traded from the Panthers today. 4 receptions, 50 yards. Marquise Brown, aka Hollywood Brown, the former Raven, 4 receptions, 34 yards. And then James Conner, 6 for 29. Then he traded McBride in for obviously the injured Zach Ertz, who I believe teared something in his ACL and MCL, was out for the remainder of the season, unfortunately. 3 receptions, 20 yards, including just somehow catching the ball off a really good hit off of Marcus Jones. I don't know how he was able to hold on to the ball, but shout out to him. And then AJ Green at the end of the game, 1 reception for 7 yards. He did have an illegal touch where he went out of bounds, caught a pass. Thankfully, they called a flag on that. Shout out to my guy, Jonathan Jones. But yeah, in terms of the defense today for them, they got a pick from Isaiah Simmons. Obviously, heard a good amount of him. And then they got a sack day from Zach Allen, who's been having a pretty good year. And outside of that, though, like, pretty good from us, I'm not going to lie. Matt Prater misses a kick, like a 50-yard kick. Ends up going 2 for 3, and that's really about it. Shout out to the pass defense today again. I want to see this defense play this good against actually good quarterbacks next week. We go up against Derek Carr. So, in my opinion, a pretty mid-tier quarterback. Hopefully, play this good against them. They also have another. Yeah, they actually have a top 5 running back in football, by the way. I have this guy with my fantasy football team, so let me go ahead and push this Josh Jacobs agenda. He is simply him, an absolute really good running back, power running back, can literally catch as well out of the backfield. Just an absolute freight train to tackle, just absolutely just him. We go up against him next week against the Raiders, who also are trying to go to the playoffs as well. We're also kind of in the hunt for 7-6 now, somehow, some way, because this defense is just simply insane, and we're just taking advantage of playing mediocre mid quarterbacks. So there's that, okay. But yeah, today the Cardinals are 4 for 14 on 3rd down. We ended up getting 6 sacks to their 1. They lost a fumble, and we both threw a pick. And hey, man, we did our thing today, man. We just simply did our thing today. Yeah, defense today absolutely showed out. Mac Jones, when he was actually able to cook, looked pretty good. Good to see Hunter Henry get a ball. Good to see my boy, Matthew Judon finally wake up. The last couple of weeks, he's been kind of quiet, to say the least. I know he's getting double teamed and this and that, but at the end of the day, he is the superstar of this defense. This is a guy that is gonna be a perennial all-pro player, a perennial Pro Bowl player for this team. Like, this is the reason why we paid him the big bucks out of Baltimore. I'm just an absolute fan of him. That's the reason why I have my man's jersey. He's simply him. Josh Uche as well, be able to do his thing and to kind of contain this Cardinals offense. I know that Kyler Murray was out. Colt McCoy was pretty solid today to contain guys to an extent, contain D-Hop to the end of the game. Really, we started to go off. They have guys like Marquise Brown, guys like James Conner, also players, but again, defense came out and we absolutely just showed out, man. Shout out to the defense, and shout out to Josh Uche, shout out to Matthew Judon, shout out to Hunter Henry, shout out to Belichick, man. Another Bill Belichick business trip in the books. Pats are 7-6. The defense is absolutely here. Matt Patricia, I still don't know how you employ, by the way. You're not getting a pass. I mean, I guess Mac Jones was cooking, but screenplay, running up the middle, like Matt Patricia, buddy. You're you're a DC that was a failed head coach in Detroit, and you want to be, and then randomly you just become our offensive coordinator. Like, I guess, man, it's not a real player, not a real coach at the end of the day. But I guess somehow, some way, man, we're 7-6, still trying to make the playoffs. We have the Raiders up next, who hopefully we beat, but Josh Jacobs might have an absolute masterclass. Hopefully not. We have a pretty good run defense, though, 7th best so far in the NFL, not including this game, obviously. But good win today, Pats. Good win today. Good win today. Good win today, man. But other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, Mr. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, your boy Sean. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.